One question, and Vinay Singh, property expert. Vinay, thank you very much for joining in. We've got Anil Bhamri on the phone line with us. Anil, go ahead with your question.
Hello.
Hi, Anil, go ahead. What's your question?
Hello, sir. We have invested in Vigneshwara Development with the director of Sunil Kumar Daya.
Absolutely, right.
We have invested in July 2010 and annual 12% interest they were paying on our investment of 13 lakhs.
Okay.
And till March 2013 we have received the checks, and after that they have given the check but they have bounced, and previously it was referred to DOR, and now they have sent that it is payment stopped by the court order.
Okay.
And we are invested 13 lakh and no interest is being paid. We have the retired employee and we are getting the regular income monthly checks.
Okay, so what enticed you to invest in Vigneshwara? Was it the percentage of returns, 12%? Did that seem exciting, sir?
12% tax is also being deducted, and they have also charged the service tax from us.
All right. Now, we do know that Sunil Daya, the managing director, as you named him, was arrested in November. I don't know what's happening. Where is he? Is he out on bail, etc.? We couldn't find that out. But this is generally the story. If you take high risk, I mean, that 12% numbers would have been very exciting, Vinay. But it's and it's a retired gentleman, so my heart goes out for him. But what does he do now? Is there any way out?
Well, if it's just a simple case of check bouncing, then you have multiple options. You could file a case in the criminal court. It's a criminal offence against under Negotiable Instruments Act. Alternately, you could also file a case of cheating under 420 of the Indian Penal Code. Now, these are all fine, but if we are now given to understand that there's a court order which prevents him from doing it, then perhaps there's a larger issue there. So you'll have to find out in what case there is a court order. And if you want your money back, and many others like him, they would probably have to join and intervene in that particular suit as interested parties.
Okay,
so
Vinay,
it doesn't appear to be...
Vinay, what happens? I mean, it seems that the developer has overextended himself. His properties are not constructed. They're lying semi-constructed, and he's obviously, under duress. Now, what happens? Isn't it a case of just simply having to write off your money, because there is no way to get back money here?
Yes, there is no easy way to get back money, and this is not a property transaction, it's a loan transaction. You appear, either you have lent him money or he has agreed to rent it out and pay you, so it's a monetary transaction. So it's an entirely different ball game, and it's not going to be easy to get that money out given the circumstances that he's in deep trouble. So if it is possible to file a criminal case, that would be one way of putting pressure. The criminal case does put pressure. If you can get a cheating FIR filed, that also would put pressure.
All right.
But I suspect this is going to be a long story. It's not going to be easy getting that money back.
No, long story. In fact, he's already been arrested once, and I'm sure it has been done because some investors have filed a case against him and he's not got his money back. So, I just want to delve on this a little bit, Vinay, because, we may keep saying that please be extremely careful with that 12-13% assured return schemes which are floated by developers in the market. And irrespective of whether the developer is a branded one or not branded one, I'm just not comfortable with these kind of schemes. Am I wrong there, or being overly
Absolutely
circumspect?
not. These schemes are made to entice you, and if you get enticed, then you're going to land up in trouble one day or the other. So I don't think it's very wise to go in for these schemes. Better you look for your own kind of person to rent it out to, because everything now, all your eggs are in one basket. Your property is also there, and your income which is linked to that property is also in his hands. It's not a very nice situation. At least the very least you could do, spread your risk. Have somebody you've identified or you've located to give the property out on rent to. Even if you get a little lesser than what the developer or builders promising you, I think that's a better thing to do.
All right, so assured return schemes, absolutely a no-no. In fact, if you're so hell-bent, and I've also got questions from people who say we know the developer because these are all high net worth investors at the end of the game. Ask them the question, is there an escrow account created by your company to ensure that the money collected by you in the assured return scheme is used for that project alone? That's a very big question to ask. Also ask them, what are the developers doing to ensure that the project is getting built on time? Is the project currently meeting its specified construction milestones? Check out, does the company have a past track record where they have actually collected money from retail investors in assured returns and actually honored every commitment made to investors? You know, you ask these three questions and you will probably find that there is nobody who is raising money will be able to give you an answer for those three questions, and the ones who can give you the answers don't really need to come to retail investors to raise money. All right, Yogesh Vispute on the phone line with us. Yogesh, sorry to keep you waiting, but go ahead with your question. All right, I think we've lost him, so we'll just take this email. I'm selling my flat in Pune, purchased 3 years back. The society is yet to be formed or issue share certificate. Is there a no objection certificate still required from the society before I sell my apartment? If yes, what will be the charges? Vinay.
Well, legally there is no requirement to take a no objection certificate from the society. There are prescribed forms where you inform the society, both the proposed purchaser as well as the member, both have to inform the society that we intend to enter into this transaction. There are forms prescribed for that. However, I personally always advise my clients that it's better to take the NOC from the society and a no dues certificate at the same time to avoid any form of future disputes. Once that document has been issued by the society, there cannot be a claim of any sort, you know. But we do see in cases where NOCs have not been obtained that later on societies stand up and say, oh, there was something due on account of a repair fund or on account of some other dues and things like that. So better to be safe and take that NOC.
All right, fair enough. Jitendra Rustagi sends his, okay, he's on the phone line with us. I'm getting really confused today. Jitendra, go ahead. What's your question?
Yeah, hi. My question is actually I purchased a flat in 2010 from Exotica and in Indrapuram. And actually recently from an actuary I got to know that it is actually a 3 BHK flat. And on the registry, like he told me that it was mentioned, the map was showing it as a 2 BHK. So now there basically 2 or 3 queries I have. First is that what is the process to get it changed from on the registry paper from 2 BHK to 3 BHK, number one. Okay. Second is what steps should I take to get it changed, and second, who would bear the cost for this?
All right, so Jitendra, the square foot area or the total area of the flat is the same. You're just saying in the plan instead of 2 bedrooms, the builder has now made 3 bedrooms?
So frankly speaking, it is because there is the clubhouse like down my flat. It is a first floor flat. So actually I have not reconfirmed the area which he initially told me. Okay. So I need to, I think, take some advice from any like professional in this area. But as of now, I just this is my first query. So okay. What steps should I take?
All right, let me come to Vinay. So Vinay, first is that assume that the area hasn't been changed, as the plan has been changed. Maybe he's taken out smaller bedrooms and actually kept the area same. So in this case, A, does he need to get the change made in the loan documents, and where else does he need to get the change made, and if there is a cost attached to it, who will bear the cost? And we will come to the larger question of if there has actually been a square foot change, then who pays for it?
See, if there is a change in the area, let's take the last one first. If there's a change in the area, it's clearly a case where you can ask for compensation. So you have those various options open to you of going to consumer forum and asking for compensation, etc. But assuming that the area has remained the same, if the plan has been changed, then even as per the, you should have checked first of all with the official plans, with the approved plans, that what you are buying is what has been approved or not. Now, if you start taking any action, the authority will ask you to revert back to the original plan. So you must bear that in mind. It is not possible to regularize a change like this without making a formal application to the building proposal department. Now, whether or not they will accede to that particular request itself is a different story. So you would need to consult an qualified architect who will guide you on all these points, that what exactly is the change, whether such a change could be permissible and would be regularized by the concerned department or not, depending on what the change is. So he would guide you there. But largely I feel, if walls have been knocked down and layouts have been changed, generally the authority would say you please revert back to what is the approved plan. So there is an element of risk there that you would face, that you might find that your 3 has got converted back to a 2.
Good Lord. Well, I hope that doesn't happen. All the best to you, sir. And hopefully your problems will get resolved. It's easier than what it looks right now as we speak. We're just telling you the worst case scenario, but be prepared. Vinay Singh, thank you very much for joining us to take all our legal questions. Always a pleasure to have you with us.